Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue crew! My name is Michael Gray, and this is my speed run for Nancy Drew, The Final Scene. In this video, I will try to beat this game as quickly as possible. I am going to play on Senior Detective Mode.
Dear Beth.
The first thing I did was click in the upper right-hand corner. That lets you skip the opening cutscene.
Go get 'em, Scoop.
You can also do that trick in Nancy Drew, The Deadly Device.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
Think I'll go check out the snacks.
So Maya is going to be kidnapped here.
That sounds like Maya. Help! Nancy!
I'm gonna ignore her. She's a big girl. She can take care of herself. Yeah, Nancy Drew is going to ignore her kidnapped friend. Nancy is basically a jerk. Okay, fine, I'll save Maya.
Hello?
Oh, wait a minute, I forgot something. You can turn off all of the dialogue in this game. It makes the game go much faster.
They knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
What? Who is
So
this?
as you'll see in a moment, the second phone call, it usually takes about a minute. See how long it takes without dialogue. It takes about 3 seconds. So yeah, turning off the dialogue is a huge time saver. It's not so much of a time saver here with Brady, because Brady still goes through the motions of talking even if he's not saying anything. But we're saving a little bit of time because we don't hear what Nancy is saying. And basically I start off the speedrun by solving puzzles. I'm setting up for puzzles here. So the first major puzzle you have to solve is finding the hidden passageway and reaching Simone. You have to do this, otherwise Joseph and Nicholas don't appear in their areas.
I may have to cut this short, Hal. Someone just climbed out of my wardrobe.
Yeah, if there's a way to skip talking to Simone, that would be a time saver. She doesn't really say anything important, she just says, "Go away, I'm a meanie." Rawr. Alright, and now I go here to get the gum. This is very precise, by the way. You'll notice the game is very precise about when and where you need to click. So with getting the gum, you absolutely have to get the gum in that particular area and that particular way. You can't just turn around and do a U-turn. You know, you can't approach it from the other direction and get a U-turn. That's what I'm trying to say. Now I'm gonna go upstairs and talk to Joseph. You need to talk to Joseph twice on the first day of the game. Joseph is talking a lot. Come on, Joseph, we need to finish this conversation. Okay, short conversation. Alright, so now I have the two gears, and those are basically, that's basically the puzzle I was setting up for. Now that I have the two gears, I can solve the gears puzzle. And coming up here is the puzzle that I like the least in this speed run. It's this puzzle. Go forward, go forward. This one. It's the Monty puzzle. Basically, it's random. You have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it correct.
Keep your eye on the card.
And so I usually fail like 3 or 4 times. Like that, see?
Oh, so close, but no cigar.
Yeah, so that's why I don't like this puzzle.
And the eye.
I have to keep doing it over and over and over again
Find the
until
ace of spades. Keep your
I get it right.
eye on the card.
Yay! Okay, it was in the middle. Yay.
Your audience will be the magician. Don't forget to collect your winnings.
Oh, having trouble with navigation again. Okay, here. Clover. There we go. And then there's this puzzle. With this puzzle, you basically just need to memorize it and figure out where everything goes. Just solve this puzzle over and over and over again, and eventually you'll get it correct. Yes. I'm thinking that goes there, and then that goes there. That there. Yes. That piece doesn't go there at all. Her nose is here. The 2 red lines go in the corners, in case you can't tell. Alright, this gives us the Houdini letter. So, fun fact, you know, earlier I said you need to talk to Simone in order to get Nicholas and Joseph to appear. That's not technically true. You can get Nicholas to appear just by finding that Houdini letter. Once you find the Houdini letter, Nicholas is going to automatically appear. So it's technically possible at the start of the game, you know, when Maya gets kidnapped, to completely ignore her, just go inside the room and get the wand, and then solve all of those Houdini letter puzzles, and then get Nicholas to appear. It's useless, but it's possible. Now we're gonna have a longish conversation with Nicholas here. The first conversation with Nicholas is the hardest one because you want to talk to him about the kidnapping as soon as possible. Otherwise, he's going to talk about Had It and theaters, and that's going to be a time waster. So we talked to Nicholas 4 times in a row, and this is boring. Let me turn on his dialogue.
Nancy, what's the 411? Come on, Nancy. That's vintage slang. You know, the 411, the deal, the lowdown. On the flip side, what's up? Can't talk long. Gotta check on my
So
people.
conversation number 2 is just talk to him and then go away. Conversation number 3 is talking about his grandma.
For all the insane plasterwork that you see in this lobby and in the auditorium. True. But there's more. I guess the architect-owner guy, J.J. Thompson, ran out of cash before the building was done. He never paid my grandma dime one. And then he denied that she had ever done the work in the first place. She was the artist type, not a deal maker. I guess she'd never signed any contractual stuff with JJ, and she didn't have the resources to sue him or any of that. So I guess she just had to let it go. Here's the kicker. After JJ sharked her on this 2-year project, she was broke, and then the Great Depression hit. She could never afford to work as an artist again. Louisa, Mother Serenity, Falcone, she just
you'll notice I keep clicking and saying stuff. He says the exact same thing no matter what you
I think she had a
say.
happy life. but this theater holds the last artwork
basically
she ever
how
did.
it works.
Don't you see, Nancy? Saving this place is not just for history. It's for justice. My family has been trying for years, but there doesn't seem to be anything on record that links her to this place. Nancy, could you do me a favor? While you're searching, could you just keep your eye out? You're cooler than I thought, Nancy. How goes the search? Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down. Yeah, and? What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater? Ha! Serves that swindler J.J. right. Nancy, do you realize what this means? If Thompson didn't own the whole place, then whoever inherited it from Thompson doesn't legally own the whole place either. We've got to find out what happened to his half of the ownership. You keep looking for Maya.
Okay, this
I've
is
got a
going to be the
laptop
end of day
on my
number
van.
1.
I'll get online and do some research. Check back soon. Fight the power.
Nancy, it's Joseph. Wait till you see this. Come to the projection room.
And this is the second conversation with Joseph. He found the press pass.
Nancy, take a look at this. Brady found it. I should think so. Give the police a call. And then you better go back to your hotel and get some rest. Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute.
It's a time saver to say I am exhausted. If you pick the other option, Nancy and Joseph fight about whether or not she should go to sleep. She's all, I don't want to go to bed now, Grandpa. And he's all, you need to go to sleep, Nancy.
High school?
So it's faster to just say, yeah, Grandpa, fine, whatever, I'll go to sleep right away. So this is a huge time saver. These conversations, you have to call the police twice. It takes about 8 minutes. So it's a huge time saver just to turn off Nancy's dialogue and the sergeant's dialogue.
I heard the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some sleep. I'll keep an eye on things till morning.
I find it interesting that I turned off the dialogue and Joseph still talks. Now that happens sometimes in this game. There are just some pieces of dialogue you can't skip no matter what. I'm not gonna bother to turn the dialogue back on. They don't talk that much here in this section of the game. So what you want to do is go to Joseph and then you go to Simone. This is actually a trick. It's an interesting trick. It was discovered by Danielle. Danielle and her sister Lauren, they hold the world record for this game. They beat the game in 38 minutes. I don't know how this trick works, but it does. So thank you, Danielle. This was a great discovery on your part. I've been in contact with her. We've been exchanging emails about speedrunning this game. So that's how I've learned a lot of these tricks. This is another conversation where no matter what you say, she has the exact same reaction. Except for the one line of dialogue towards the end. You want to pick this option here. Normally it's faster to pick the first option, like this short one, rather than the long one, but because I've turned off the dialogue, it doesn't really make a difference. So that ends the conversation immediately. I said immediately, Simone. No, don't keep talking. Ugh, she's still talking. Okay. You talk to her twice. Then you go to Brady's room. Basically, the point of this trick is to make Brady appear. Because you'll notice, whoa, look, I'm in Brady's room. Brady is not here. So we need Brady to appear. So you talk to Simone twice, you go to Brady's room. Then you go to Simone's room. Then you turn around and go back to Brady's room. Now Brady is here. I don't know how that trick works, but it does. That's how you can get Brady to appear. You go to Brady's room, do nothing. Go to Simone's room, do nothing. Go back to Brady's room, he's there. Alrighty, so that just triggered the press conference, or at least it will. You'll see in a moment. I still need to talk to Nicholas, and then the press conference is going to begin. That's how you start the press conference. You talk to Brady, and you talk to Nicholas. Now Nicholas is going to start the search for Sherman Trout. Yeah, you have Sherman Trout and the Houdini people. What's her name? Wow, I'm totally forgetting. She was also in Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
Okay, folks.
There we go.
To get started here, Mrs. Mueller, Mr. Armstrong will do their...
So that's sort of a long storyline, the getting the thing from the Houdini heir. And it turns out you can completely skip that storyline. It's optional. So I'm going to skip it. I'm not actually going to bother calling Sherman Trout. And Eustacia and Drop-Off, that's her name. Okay, right. Okay, good. Now I remember.
It's locked.
So, right at the beginning of the game, I looked at the drawer. You absolutely have to look at the drawer, otherwise you can't get that hairpin.
Nancy Drew, you're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
Gosh. Creepy voice. So creepy voice is one of those things that you can't skip. 121192. You absolutely have to look at the first page of the book, otherwise that's not going to work. Magnets, up, trapdoors, switch. It would be such a trick if you could get that to work on the first day of the game. Because you do have the window of opportunity in the first day of the game when Joseph isn't there, at the very start. Okay, this can be kind of tricky. You need to click in the exact correct area.
Maya!
Alright, we have to look at
These
this.
pieces won't budge.
You have to look at that in order to trigger Joseph appearing here. Mainly because in the conversation Nancy talks about it.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Here, try this. Hurry.
And I just realized I don't have the solution to this puzzle written down. I'm just gonna have to remember it. Uh-oh.
This should loosen things up.
Move that. How do I move this? This up, that up, that up, so I can move these right and these down and these... This down, this right, and this back up, and these up. Yeah, this is it, right? What am I doing? This is what I'm doing. Okay, right. Okay, moving that piece down to the bottom so I can move... Oh, wow. I'm so lost. This is going to kill my speedrun, isn't it? this in the bottom left, so I can move that down and that down. That's it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Got it. You want to get those two red pieces in the upper right-hand corner. That's what you're supposed to do.
Rubber is shockproof.
No, don't look at that. Look at that, Nancy. Silly Nancy. So this is another puzzle which can potentially be a huge time waster. This is random. Changes every time. Two, 9, 7, 2, 9, 5, 2, 9, 3, 1, 2, 9, 3, 6, 2, 9, 3, 5, 2, 9, 3, 1, 2, 9, 3, 4, 2, 9, 3, 7, 2, 9, 3, 8, 7, 2, 9, 3, 8, 6, 2, 9, 3, 8, 5, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 1, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 1, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 6, 5. Oh, come on! 9, 8, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 6, 1, 5. Jeez. Okay, so I had some bad luck in this section of the game.
Hey!
But the rest of day 2 should go smoothly.
A new hiding place. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
Wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
I found evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow! Evidence? Where?
I'll talk to you later. I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
Sergeant Ramsey it is. This is another phone conversation which is kind of long that we're sort of skipping. And I believe we go to Joseph in order to end day number 2. So where am I on time? I'm at 22 seconds, 22 and a half seconds. Let me turn on the dialogue again.
Dear Beth, remember Maya Wynn from high school?
Hi, Nancy. What happened? You found her? Oh, that's great. Where is she now? Are you sure you didn't just imagine you saw her? Evidence. That should interest the police. Have you called them? I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Alrighty, final day. Let me see if I remember this correctly. I think we need to talk to Nicholas. Or maybe we'll talk to Joseph first. Nicholas not there, talk to Joseph.
Can you believe this ransom demand coming out of thin air? Apparently the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City. Personally, I think it's a hoax. But now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building. Are you sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything. They searched the whole building. Follow your gut, Nancy. If you think Maya's still here, you keep looking for her. You hear? Chin up!
Alright, now I believe Nicholas is here. Because we need to follow up on that Houdini plot line.
Did you call? What's the story? So what are you waiting for? The wrecking crew to bust in and dial the number for you?
Okay, never mind. We are not talking to, Nicholas. Whatever. I didn't want to talk to him anyway. And I went the wrong direction. We need to talk to Brady, not Simone. Simone is not important anymore.
what are you doing hanging out with that Falcone jerk? That guy's bad news, and he's certainly not gonna help your credibility with the police. Just trying to help. Bye.
So this is another trick that Danielle figured out. I'm not sure how this works, but it works. You talk to Brady, then you go through this door, then you go back inside and Brady is gone. He's gone and he left his giant purse.
Maya's notebook?
Hey, you. Huh? I'm afraid you've lost me. I haven't done anything wrong. Okay, Nancy, here's the deal. My real name is Brady Thompson. Simone pushed for Armstrong more.
This is another one of those conversations where he says the exact same thing, no matter which option you pick.
Owner of this theater, great nephew of JJ himself. The place is shabby. It needs major repairs. It's a money pit and a has-been. Not the image I want to project. Never underestimate the power of image, Nancy. You are what you project. When people think of Brady Armstrong, they think sparkling white teeth and healthy glow. Success glows. It doesn't crumble and sag. The hero never rides a has-been horse. When I saw these ritzy theme restaurants popping up all over the country, it hit me like pow. My first original idea. Brady Armstrong's Planet Tinseltown. Can't you see it on the marquee? Grand opening. The lights will say it all. I've sworn to be the captain of my own destiny. Maya was going to expose me, muck up my name in this controversy. It would have been a dark cloud over the launch of Tinseltown. I didn't kidnap her. I found her notepad in the basement with the press pass. I just thought I'd hang on to it for a few days until the dust settles. Sorry, Nancy. Look, you're not thinking clearly. It's obvious she's not in the building. We've searched everywhere. You're the only one who thinks she's here. There's no evidence. He's a confused old codger. He's an outlaw, and he's using you. Evidence that no one was able to verify. Who's to say you didn't imagine that stuff? Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to rally a wrecking crew.
Brady's a jerk. Alright, now I make the key using my quarter. This is basically the endgame sequence. There's one more trick that we're going to do, or that I'm going to do. This is another, Jessica is her name, right? Jessica trick? I hope I haven't been getting her name wrong. That would be embarrassing. So she figured out a trick to skip the confrontation with the culprit. It's, pretty interesting. And of course it's going to get interrupted by the police like normal.
Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
Alrighty, I'm gonna hide in the closet here.
See anything, Dino? All clear in here, Sarge.
It's locked.
Oh, come on, Nancy. Okay, fine. I've got a clean thing. So here's how the trick works. We put this in. No. We put this in. Back away. Use the focus. Turn on the power. Then use focus twice more.
Another secret passageway. I should switch the power off.
So that skips the portion of the focus knob falling off and the confrontation with the culprit which ensues. So that's really nice. And this should be the correct key. If If it's not, we're in for some fun guessing times. Oh, that's it. Booyah! Okay. Getting close to the end of the speed run here. It's about 30 minutes right now. Bam! Okay, so... Bam. Okay, so 30 minutes and 4 seconds.
Dear Bess, I still can hardly believe that Joseph, sweet old Joseph, was Maya's kidnapper.
That's not bad. If I didn't screw up on the slider puzzle, I could have beaten the game in under 30 minutes.
But when Maya entered the dressing room, he panicked and grabbed her instead. Plan B was to stall the demolition long enough for the Historical Society to declare the building an official landmark. I guess he's been at the Royal Palladium for so long, he just couldn't imagine his life without it. But desperation aside, poor Joseph wasn't cut out for a life of crime, and pretty soon things were spinning out of his control. Simone's publicity stunts didn't help. At least he was courteous and kind to Maya through the whole thing. Her testimony should help him in court. The good news is that the Royal Palladium is still standing. Once he heard that Nicholas would inherit his grandmother Louisa's 50% of the theater, Brady decided
we kind of skipped that storyline, didn't we?
In order to make amends
Oh,
for
well.
things, and because he needed some good publicity, Brady donated his half of the theater to the St. Louis Historical Society. Together with Haddett, they should have this place restored to its original glory in no time. Not such a happy
Brady
ending
and
for
Nicholas,
Simone, I'm
they are
afraid.
new
She
buddies.
received an official reprimand from the National Press Corps for her stunt with the wreath. Still, knowing Simone, she'll be back at the top of her game in no time. So, here ends the longest 3 days of my life. The premiere of Vanishing Destiny is back on. But I think this detective is going to wait for it to come out on videotape. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
Oh, videotapes. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. This has been my speedrun for Nancy Drew, the final scene. I guess it is possible to beat this game in under half an hour.